Hi, I'm Susan Davis, President and CEO of Sacred Heart Health System. Welcome to the Bedside Chat with Susan. You know, one of my favorite questions to ask employees, groups of employees, is who here is a caregiver? And ask them to raise their hands. And those people that don't raise their hand, I ask them what they're going to do in the what they do in the health system. And they generally tell me. And that's really a learning opportunity, a teaching moment that I have with those associates, because I can explain to them that everything we do, whether it's billing, ordering supplies, greeters, everything we do is about patient care. So that makes everyone in this health system a caregiver, because you never know when you have the opportunity to interact with someone in need. There are many things that are important that we do in this organization, but the most important thing, that one thing each of us does and should be doing, is taking care of the safety of our patients, visitors, and our colleagues. There's lots to feel really good about that's happening at Sacred Heart Health System, whether we're talking about Gulf or Emerald Coast or Pensacola or even Bay. But the thing I'm most excited about is the focus that's been brought to safety. Our safety huddles every morning at 8:15 are just exhilarating. You come out of there feeling so good about what's going to happen over the next 24 hours in the care of our patients. They've brought a focus and a better understanding to the fact that we are all caregivers and we are all responsible for the safety of our patients, our visitors, and each other. When you talk about safety, one of the tools that you use is to build a culture of reliability, a culture of safety, so that all of us as caregivers have responsibility for ensuring this cultural shift, for being part of it, for owning it, and making sure it happens. Every day we have a safety huddle. It's a organization-wide huddle that is held in the Traditions classroom. Small classroom with about 80 people in the room. It's tight. Hardly anybody sits. Most people stand. It is standing room only. But the focus of those huddles are about what happened in the past 24 hours that could have or did cause harm to a patient, visitor, or associate. What do we anticipate over the next 24 hours that could cause harm? What patient, are there any patients that couldn't give us a 9 or a 10 in their patient experience? And if so, why? And what are we going to do about it? We ask about safety heroes, people that have been a safety hero and identified a concern, potential error that has or has not touched the patient, and we recognize them for being that hero. What we also do in the safety huddles is, as things are brought up, we identify somebody to take responsibility for them, and within the next 24 hours, come back and tell us what they've done to fix it. Or, if it's a longer-term issue, the next 7 days. But the point of it is to identify issues and get them fixed, so they're not a problem for our patients, visitors, or associates. And the final question that gets asked is, how many days has it been since our last serious safety event? How many days has it been since an associate has lost work time because of a safety issue? And how many days has it been since an associate has had a needle stick? Because those are all areas of focus that we as associates need to be aware of in order to start to transform this culture to one of safety and high reliability. Now, every day in our safety huddle, there are wow moments. Moments when you see people in that huddle having the courage to talk about and tell a story about something that has happened that has impacted the safety within this organization. And it does take courage. One of the stories, because stories are how we fix this, we change the culture, that I am reminded of was the second day of our safety huddle. An employee came in, and when I asked if there was anything over the past 24 hours that impacted safety, an employee raised her hand and said, "I used cuss." Cuss means I'm concerned, I'm uncomfortable, there's a safety issue, we have to stop. And this was an associate that was in our same-day surgery, ambulatory surgery area, and where the patient and the family indicated that when we were going to mark and we were confirming the site that was going to be operated on, that they thought that site had been done in the past. So when the physician came in, the nurse stopped the physician from marking the site and explained to the physician that the family thought that site had been operated on already, and told the physician they had to go back and speak to the family to confirm, validate, and verify, another safety tool, to make sure that we did the right site surgery. And the doc did it.